Our lives right now is very, very easy, all right, because we have all these technologies and health and everything. But the people of the ancients faced a whole lot of challenges. But they figured out one thing, the ones that survived, that gave birth to us. They figured out one thing. And what is that thing? That thing is that if you want something, you have to find out the sacrifice that that thing demands. These people started worshiping results as gods. Think of any result that somebody would want. For instance, they want to give birth. They want to be able to give birth. Maybe a barren woman. She has to worship that result of giving birth as a god. And then she asks herself, what sacrifice does this god require? Sometimes they go to a sage in the village or in the town, a wise person. The wise person will make some concoctions and tell them what sacrifice is involved. So they drink the concoction, which is a herbal mixture that could help sort out their womb issues, all right, or hormonal imbalance, whatever might be causing it. And then they also make the sacrifice, whatever sacrifice the man asks of them. Now, these people sometimes, before they go to war, they make sacrifices. So they understood the concept of sacrifice, that before you ever get something, all right, that result must demand a sacrifice from you. And if you're not willing to pay that sacrifice, you can't get that result. Now, these days, everything is easy. We have iPhones, we have all sorts of communication devices, we have healthcare, maternal mortality is low, infant mortality is low, we have technology to move around. Life is so easy that people start forgetting that science of getting successful or getting anything you want in life still stands true till today. And what is it? If you need something, you have to look at it as a God with small g, small thing. What sacrifice does this thing require of me? For instance, if you want to be the best in your class, what sacrifice? It means you have to study every single day. You have to not miss any classes and a whole lot of things. What if you want to get rich? What sacrifice does it require of you? You have to study a lot. You have to be collaborative in nature. You have to be a team player. You have to work with other people who are already rich or getting rich. All right? And a whole lot of things. If you want a peaceful marriage, what do you need out of that? You have to be able to take a lot of insults from whoever your co-partner, your spouse is. You have to also be able to willing to resolve issues. And these are sacrifices it must take of you to achieve whatever you want in life. Remember, anything you're dreaming of now demands a sacrifice. Now, this is where people miss it. They think they have to kill a physical ram or a physical goat or kill a human being for sacrifice. No, those things are just symbolic. In those days, it's just a symbol to remind you that it has to cost you something. For instance, in those days, a goat is very, very expensive. You understand? A cow is even till today, cows are really expensive. Imagine those days. When you really want to achieve something, the native doctor would ask you to bring something that costs you something. All right? So that you remember always, it's symbolic. You remember that this thing you want to achieve would demand something of you. These days, some people have misinterpreted it, thinking that if you kill a fellow human being, somehow their blood is going to generate wealth for you. That's nonsense, all right? Same thing with thinking that some human parts can somehow mysteriously generate wealth. If a human part can generate wealth for you, why is it not generating wealth for the person that has the parts? If somebody's tongue or kidney or private part can generate wealth for you, fine. Why is it not generating wealth for the person already? Back to the main topic. Always remember that whatever you want in life will take sacrifice. Picture people joining the army. All right, the sacrifice is that they have to be physically fit, go through the grueling training exercise. Think of what you want in life, write it down, and write down the sacrifices we demand of you, and make up your mind if you can pay that sacrifice before you go ahead. And once you go ahead, make sure that you fully commit to pay that sacrifice, and you will get the result.